Hi, I'm Alexa, and this is my project. So, this picture, many people know because it's very common, but to me, it's also very important because I think it has a lot of meaning to it. So, this heart right here, for me, it represents the human, and then these parts of the heart are rocks. So that's every hard time that we have experienced, and each branch is every path that we have taken in our lives. And by those paths, each leaf represents a good and negative memory. And as time goes on, we just simply keep growing and becoming the person that we're meant to be in life. And the first thing I wanted to talk about is family and relationships. This to me is very important because I'm always with family. I don't go out or anything. I just love being with my family all the time. That's what makes me feel comfortable. And what I love about this class is what taught me about relationships and family is that we have to learn to appreciate each person individually, and not simply accept them because, according to DeMartini, when you accept the person, it's saying that you are trying to get used to or get over a flaw that they have that you do not like. And I don't want to be known now of accepting a person, but just appreciating everything that they do for me. And also, this also means, yeah, a trait that you find unpleasant in somebody and the ones that you accept are often qualities that are also within us. And I kind of noticed that in my life too because when we are upset about somebody, it's because it actually is within us. I have seen that in myself when I tell my fiance that sometimes he doesn't respond to me within a few hours and I get worried because he's in another country. But then sometimes I do it as well, and I learn not to do that anymore. And the three types of relationships that I found very interesting are the careless, careful, and caring. So the careless is when you depend your values on the other person. You think your values are more important than theirs. And then the careless one is where you have your own values, but you care about the other person's values more than your own. And the caring is when each of yours are equally and you both truly understand your own values and the other person's, and you try to make them both work at the same time. And this is my fiance and me and my family. So moving on to physical health, this is a problem that I've been having for a while because I've been so busy with work, and I haven't gotten enough time really to get out and work out as much as I used to. But I do try to do my best to eat healthier and get enough exercise that I should be getting each time. So I'm hoping that once I get out of school, because school's stressing me out, and I realize that when I work out, it actually helps me out, get all my stress out. So I'm hoping to work out 2 to 3 times a week and go out on runs with my puppy Ollie. And I don't like salad. I I don't know why, but what I do like to eat is Peruvian food because that's where my family's from. Ceviche and granadilla. I love granadilla because it's like a sweet passion fruit. It's full of vitamin K, vitamin C, calcium, and iron. And also, I put a Stairmaster because when I go to the gym, that's the first thing that I go to. And going to the bench press, I don't know why, I just really like the Stairmaster. It makes me feel a lot better afterwards. And spirituality, I put gratitude, love, enthusiasm, and inspiration. It is a hierarchy of our values, and it binds creation together. I put this picture of meditation because I've read a lot about meditation helping one person feel better, more relaxed, and I haven't ever experienced meditation but I do want to look more into it because I have been stressed out, and I believe this meditation or even yoga can help me out. And I've read a lot about it, just haven't gotten to it. But after reading all the benefits in this class, I believe that I will look into it more during the breaks and when I'm off of work. And my social life, with the social life, what interested me was the chalk video. When I watched the chalk video, I thought about not giving up because if something happens to you, we should not let it affect us. We should just simply make a change on it. Like when the girl was very upset for a certain amount of time, and then she meets this guy and he leaves her messages, and I believe that's sometimes a sign that most people get where you should try out and get out and do something about it so you don't keep living in pain or hurting all the time. And I communicating face to face. That's very important because we're all about technology now these days, and it's just something that I just don't like seeing now because when you communicate face to face now, we get nervous. We don't try to actually get to know the person. That's why we use just phones. But when you actually communicate face to face, you get to know the person. You get to see how they act to stuff, their personality. And I think that's a great thing because everybody's different, and it's so interesting getting to know people. And I also noticed like do not be afraid. I used to be very shy talking to people. Took me like actually took me like a month to talk to like a few girls at work at Forever 21. And um I just realized that we shouldn't be afraid. We all have our problems, and I realized the problem we do not like to communicate sometimes is because we don't want to feel judged. And I realized that I also am a person that does that. And the social life, mainly when you have relationships too, respecting yourself and others. So if a person's treating you bad, it's better to just walk away from it because you can. If they don't appreciate you, then I feel like you shouldn't appreciate them for you trying your best to be in that person's life. And I found this quote very interesting too. I don't know who said it though, but it says, "Surround yourself only with the people who are going to lift you higher." And here's a picture of the people, the children that I have in my neighborhood and back in Peru, and then my sister and my friend Omar, and my friends from work. And then moving on to the vocational. So I wrote, desire to contribute to our career, do what you love and get paid handsomely for it. This is a big thing, especially with the values factor when we learn about our careers. That's why sometimes we don't like our careers because that's not what we truly desire in life. And that's the best thing because even DeMartini did something that he wanted to do and he went out to get it because that's what he loved. And now if like this quote says, if you love what you do, you don't have to work a day in your life. What matters is identifying who you really are and what is truly inspiring to you. Yes, so you should go. I believe, to me, this is very important to me because I used to be the person that would listen to everything that people would tell me, and I realized that didn't make me happy. So, um, I just started to realize of what I wanted to do in my career. I remember when I wanted to do athletic training for soccer players because my family liked the soccer. But then later on, I realized that I wanted to do ITP, but be a a pediatrician that travels and helps children in need. I believe that after I took care of my cousin's PJ and Area, I started realizing how much I love children. And when I see children, I just want to like hug them and make sure that they're okay. I want to be able to give every child in the world that benefit of feeling like somebody cares about them, somebody's trying to help them out and make them feel a lot healthier, eating healthy, physically being healthy, physically, mentally, everything. That's what I want to do with my career. Is just travel and just help children. And open our minds to new ideas. Create a vision for your future. I believe when you create a vision for your future, I thought about that first for my as a pediatrician who travels the world because at first I thought I couldn't be that person because that kind of career didn't really exist. But I believe that if I truly love it, I will go do it, and that's what I'm going to do. In mental, cherish mental growth, problem solving. I love puzzles and crossword puzzles and Sudoku and mahjong and coloring. That's just my thing. I don't know. Ever since I was little, I've always done that with my grandparents and everything. And that's what this class taught me the most. That we shouldn't be afraid of our creativity. That's what the problem with the school system is. Teachers have taught us that we draw something wrong or anything like that, and that shouldn't be like that anymore. We should be able to create things in our perspective and still be able to get a good grade and not get a bad grade because that's not what the teacher pictured. And your fitness is 100% mental. Your body won't go where your mind doesn't push it. This is another quote that I found very interesting because our our brains are what tells us what we want to do in life, what we want to seek in life, and if we don't push ourselves, we won't ever achieve it. And financially, spend money on what's more important to you. So for me, what's important to me is um, clothes. I love clothes, and then buying things for my puppy and my family, and just travel and using my money to travel, and then save. Um, Especially for the financial, I loved the YNAB video on how to save money in our and like you need a budget. The first one says, give every incoming dollar a job. This is where you start spending your money. You think about what dollar, like each dollar, what is it going for? So if you really want to buy a pair of shoes, but you already have some, use it on something that you actually need. That's what I think it is telling me. And then two, plan for those bigger, less frequent expenses. Um, so I believe that just saying like pay your stuff on time. So if you want to get something, wait first and pay something that's more important to you, like a rent or your bills or something. Roll with the punches. Roll with the punches. If you don't have enough money, then you'll learn the next time that you need to save more on that item on something else. Then just be like, oh, I have $100 extra. I'm gonna spend it on this, and then you have no money left. That's what it goes right into. Learn to live and on last month's income. So if you have anything left over, save it. It's really better off to save it than whatever you have left, just spend it. Because then later on you will regret it, and I have done that before. But yeah, so this is all my project, and so what I've overcome in this whole class is that I shouldn't be able to have people tell me what to do. I need to go out and do what I want to do in life. It might not make everybody happy, but it's going to make me happy, and that's what all that matters is my happiness. Because I don't tell others what to do because I know how it feels when somebody tells me to do something. I mean, I come from a family that gives me so many we do so many family meetings, and like um, it's just so hard when you want to do something and they tell you it's wrong. They don't. Sometimes our family doesn't like you. Our family doesn't let me, or my family doesn't let me sometimes go out and do stuff. They don't let me experience stuff because they believe they know what's best for me. But if they don't let me do it, then how am I supposed to learn for myself? So yeah, I come from a pretty strict family, but I know they want what's best for me. That's what I know the most. And now I overcome being able to tell my family what I truly want in life and become an ITP major, not a doctor or a lawyer, and all those big, like, surgeons, doctors kind of things. It's just not for me. And so where I'm going in my life is just be with my fiance and have a family and travel and just help children around the world. I believe that's the best thing that is in life, is just helping others, being kind to one another. I don't want the kindness in return. I just want to be able to help them because I know that I can make a change in this world. Some way or somehow, even if it's like the smallest difference, I just want to do the best. But yeah, this is everything. Thank you.